Om Swastiastu. Good morning, Prof. Bill, Mrs. Kartika, and all of my friends. Now I would like to presentation the theory about probability and statistics. Before start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Karina Sabitah Kassumeidi, with last number is 15, and I'm from 4th grade mathematics. So, first, I would like to presentation about what is probability. Probability is a way of expressing belief or knowledge about how likely it is that an event will or has occurred. There are several concepts related to probability calculation, namely the first one is sample space. Sample space is the set of all possible outcomes of a statistical experiment, and it is sometimes referred to as a probability space. The example is the sample space of a six-sided die. For example, are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Second one is experimental design. Experimental design is a concept used to organize, conduct, and interpret the results of experiments in an efficient way, making sure that as much useful information as possible is obtained by performing a small number of trials. The third one is combined design. Combined design is formed by two or more elements. First one is impossible design. Impossible design is an event that can never be verified and is represented by a non-empty set. The fifth one is contradictory or complementary designs is designs that occur when certain events are not verified. It is formed with a sample element that doesn't belong to the specific event. And the example of probability. Mathematical probabilities use percentage. For example, when a meteorologist says you can expect a 70% chance of a storm occurring, that is a probability. They speak in mathematical probabilities. This is done by more than just meteorologists as well. Explore other fun math probability examples. One is there is a 20% chance of rain tomorrow. Two, when flipping a coin, there is a 50% chance it will be heading. Three, in a spinner having four colors occupying the same size space, there is a 1 in 4 chance that it will land on one color. 4. In a drawer of 10 socks of which 8 are yellow, there is a 20% chance of choosing a non-yellow sock. 5. There are 100 silver cars at the point of sale for a total of 200 cars. The probability of a customer choosing a silver car is 50%. And what is probability distribution? A probability distribution is a distribution that describes the probability of a set of variable, not frequency. The key to applying probability in statistics is to estimate the odds or probabilities associated with the occurrence of an event under some circumstance. The probability distribution has several characteristics, including first is the probability of an outcome ranges from 0 to 1. Second one is the results are independent events. The third one is the list of results is complete. So the sum of the probabilities of various events is 1. Probability distribution type, there are two, such as cumulative probability distribution and discrete probability distribution. What is probability distribution function? There are four functions, such as the first one is to calculate the confidence interval on a parameter and to calculate the critical region in a hypothesis test. Second one is for univariate data. The probability distribution is often useful for determining a reasonable distribution model for the data. Third one is statistical intervals and hypothesis testing are often based on certain distribution assumptions. Before calculating intervals or tests based on distribution assumptions, we need to verify that the assumptions are justified for a given data set. In this case, The distribution doesn't need to be the most suitable distribution of the data, but rather a sufficient model so that statistical technique yield valid conclusion. The first one is simulation studies with random numbers resulting from the use of certain probability distribution are often required. And what is statistics? Statistics is defined as data in the form of numbers that are collected, grouped, and tabulated to show information or conclusion related to a problem. In another sense, statistics is a collection of data results that are compiled, processed, and presented in a graph, table, or slide. Statistical purpose, among others, the first one is as a source of material or information about various things. Second one is describing or explaining data related to a particular population. Third one is get on a overview of the problem from a population. Fourth one is making estimates from data to serve as a basis for decision making. The fifth one is help analyze data to find out the value of a thing. Sixth one is reducing the size of the population to a smaller size so that it can be understood easily. Function of statistics, there are two, such as first one is descriptive function. Descriptive function is the function of statistics is to provide descriptive information or explanation regarding data from an event that was previously collected through various research process. Second one is inferential function. Inferential function is the function of statistics is an estimate or hypothesis which is then used as the basis for predicting something based on data, symptoms, and events. And method of statistics, the first one is descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics is a method that serves to summarize and provide information related to perform a process. This technique is usually in the form of quantitative summary to describe a data set as it is stored various parameters such as the mean, median, mode, frequency distribution, or other statistical measures. The second one is inferential statistics. Different from descriptive statistics, inferential statistics focus more on providing general conclusion about the characteristic of a population by testing hypotheses of chain prediction estimates. And the formula for calculating statistics there are nine, such as the first one is mean. Mean is the average value is calculated and can be done by dividing the number of data values by the number of data. Second one is mode. Mode is the value that often arise. Third is median. Median is the middle value of a sorted. Fourth is range. The range is the difference between the lowest and highest values. Fifth one is quartile. Quartile is a value that divides an ordered set of data into four equal parts, namely the first part, second part, third part, and fourth part. And the sixth is quartile deviation. Quartile deviation is a measure of the spread of the data. Quartile deviation, also known as the semi-interquartile range, is half of the interquartile range. Seven one is standard deviation. Standard deviation is a way of calculating statistics by describing the homogeneity of a group. Each one is mean deviation. Mean deviation or mean absolute deviation is the average deviation of a data point from the mean, median, or mode of the data set. The ninth one is variety. Variety is used to measure how far a set of number is spread out. Okay, that's all about my presentation. Thank you for your time and attention. Good morning for Bill, Secretary, and class.